Sabi Gana de Durantin. Na 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 na. Fine boy Emmanuel Sebastian. Let's get the show. You ready? All right, they say there is the Ama House of Horror, just as we also have in Nigeria the Fuji House of Commotion, and then there is the Manchester United House of Devils and Demons. Owners not willing to sell, players always in trouble. How do we really solve this one while it is hard to go to Liverpool and seek help? Because everybody in Liverpool would do anything and everything possible to see Manchester United burn in flame and go to ashes. As a matter of fact, for all the care in Liverpool, Manchester United can go to hell and blaze. It's none of their business. If they have the power of flash, they will not save Manchester United. That's just the truth about the matter. Well, Chelsea are battling the demons of harmonizing. Oh, I wish they could call the band to come and play the harmonica for them, or somebody else to come and play the harmony tunes, because as it is right now, there is no harmony in the Travis Scott-led squad that they have. Everybody on that squad wants to be a rap artist way more than they want to be footballer. Whether it is Nicholas Jackson or is Raheem Sterling that have also been rejected by the English national team, or probably Noni Chukwuka, whatever Chukwuemeka, whatever his name is, and every other person on that squad, Nathan Shaloba, everybody wants to be Travis Scott, but unfortunately there is only one Travis Scott. Every other one is a counterfeit at Chelsea Football Club. Well, at Arsenal, the English press decided that Declan Rice is worth more than a billion of gold, even more than the miracles of Jesus. Even when Jesus put someone to lie down in green pastures, the English press woke up the next morning and they gave us this feel that it was just Declan Rice and Declan Rice alone. Well, when you have Tumodu Black singing, say, it be like Declan Rice. What do you expect? Well, there is a whole lot to talk about. Spurs are bragging from top of the mountain down the valley under the sea, saying, who need a hurricane when you have son of the soil? Well, how long would the magic of soil last at the side where they call them the white hat lane? But that lane, there is nothing white about the lane. Maybe only the jerseys and the name. There is absolutely nothing white. Probably their trophy cabinet would make you understand, because there's so much dust there that white does not begin to tell the story. Well, let's move away from that one and tell you that Barcelona are very happy with the squad that they have, and they are saying they can go all the way. And in going all the way, they've extended the contract of their manager, Xavi, and said, Xavi, you are the guy. Xavi Hernandez, you are the guy that will take us here to the promised land. Carry the cross of FC Barcelona from Owerri down to Calvary. Just as Real Madrid are unveiling a futuristic high-tech stadium that they spent 500 million euros to build, while Barcelona need 1.2 billion to redesign the Nou Camp. Well, there's things that are happening in Spain. Well, in Nigeria, let me tell you, I told you guys here that the NFF does not have the balls to sack the coach, the manager, Jose Peseiro. They can't. Nigerians can say all the things that they want to say. Truth of the matter is, the only time you can get angry with your keke is when you start having money to buy a Honda or a Camry or a Mercedes-Benz or, so on and so forth. But when you don't have anyone, and knowing that giving up your keke means you will trek, my brother, you will fall in love with your keke. And that's exactly the marriage between Jose Peseiro and the NFF. What they just did was to try to please Nigerians. They went from £70,000 a month, $7,000 a month to $60,000. And the man, smart as he is, knowing that going to the African Cup of Nations will help his CV and he could get other countries' job in Africa. He said, oh, is that all you want? They said, no, we want you to also cut down on your foreign staff. Is that all you want? We said, no, we want you to also be the Chan Eagles manager. Oh, is that all you want? Well, that's my job. Provide me accommodation, provide me flight to be traveling around Nigeria. Why not? I would love to be here. There are some paletus that are here. There are some good food that are here. Don't ask me what paletus is. Go and ask your worry friends. What it be paletus? They will tell you. Well, all of that one was made available, and the man said it's a deal. Okay, he didn't even wait for them to ask deal or not deal. He said it's a deal. Let's get down to business. And then the NFF decided to release a list that I feel is using a sledgehammer to kill a fly. There's no need for it. It's a friendly game. We've already qualified for the Nations Cup. Why not just use some of the players, potential Channingus players, and use them for the game? But hey, we decided to bring Taiwan Wani, Victor Osimhen, Boniface Victor. Wait till it happen. For Satoma and Principal, when they use capital and bus driver, say they play match. What's this now? You know, say FBI and CIA and DSS to go carry somebody with TFEC for roadside. That's too much. That's too much. Interpol, why are you involved in somebody with just for roadside? Hey, Ogenovi. There's a whole lot to talk about. Even though I am not Desmond Tucker or Des Tucker, there is plenty to talk about. And you know, when it's Tuesday is fun. I've got big news and good news for you. Last time I asked you guys a question. Should this man, Emmanuel Sebastian, be coming to the studio more often than just a Tuesday tonic? And you guys voted unanimously, even though some people said no. If Emmanuel is around, the problem we have with Emmanuel is that once Emmanuel is around, they don't read our messages and the rest. Well, I promise that I will try. Just as Noah Iyorobe has sent a message, him say you will fall in love with your keke. Yes, you will fall in love with your keke when the desired is not available. The available becomes the desired. You not know say for my mind, Gabriel Union for good to be my wife, or you don't know say Salma Hayek for good to be my wife, or Jennifer Lopez, the most expensive punani in the whole world. The most expensive punani in the whole world. Don't ask me what punani is. Let's stay with the sports that we're talking about. But hey, I have my wife. I have my baby girl. I'm okay with it. That's just the way life is. When the desire is not available, the available becomes the desired. Stamina Emmanuel, he say hello everyone on this great Elegante TV show. I celebrate everyone. Thank you very much. That's my teammate. Wonderful guy, full of energy. That guy can compete with Amokachi for energy. And he's always smiling. Stamina, you never have verse once. I've never seen him get angry. Like we used to yab him, he would just be laughing. That's so funny. You know, when they say he's a jolly good fellow, that's the guy that they're talking about. Hey, Ferdinand Ekene is say, Baba, your tailor, Sabi. Well, there's so many things I am very, very passionate about. One is sewing, because my mom used to be a tailor herself, and when it comes to sewing clothes for me, your stitches must be good. Your cuttings and your stitches must be perfect. If not, my brother, we go get problem. Yeah, having said that, let's take it one step at a time. I'm not the only person in the building. Those of you on Instagram already know. Emmanuel Sebastian is here. He's a Liverpoolian. He's feeling happy, but at the same time, there's a little bit of trepidation. He's happy, but not happy. He's waiting for 7th to turn into 8th of September, and Mo Salah is still in red. Then he will be happy for one season, because at that point, he knows at the end of the season, Mo Salah will leave. But news just broke that Al Ittihad are willing to go as high as £220 million. Liverpool people will not be fool. Even if not be idiot, even if not get sense, even if not mumu like JJ, let's both take the money. Mo Salah not going to win the Champions League. They would not even there for the draw. Unless I want to play Eromo Kawari Champions League or Cup Champions League. I don't understand. Mo Salah not going to win on Champions League. Mo Salah not going to win on the league. Mo Salah not going to win on anything. If I win FA Cup, it's of no use. If I win Carabao Cup, he not reach anything. So what are you really keeping Mo Salah for? 200 going into 220 million. I don't get a headache. Just thinking of the money, I don't get a headache. See, you have to take a business decision. Liverpool, no club in England have sold any player for 200 million before. No club in the world have sold any player for 200 million before. Are you really serious? That would be a record. That would be a trophy. That would be an achievement. Take it and let Mo Salah go. Wherever you got Mo Salah from, was it not Basel? Rejected by Chelsea, went to play for Basel, and then you got Roma. Whatever, and then you got him. My brother, when I go see many more than Mo Salah, when I go make progress. If you can let Sadio Mane go and the club no relegate, what is Mo Salah? But they are still arguing. But then look at the Mo Salah side. They are willing to give him over £1 million in salary every week, £1 million every week his salary. Not only that, they are willing to make him brand ambassador for 3 of the biggest company in Saudi Arabia. Are you kidding me right now? Mo Salah self, you dey Chris? If I be Mo Salah by now, over the river Jordan, we shall meet over the river Jordan by and by. I don't trek reach Saudi Arabia since. I'll tell my agent, all the property in my house, dash it to the staff of Liverpool. If Jordan Henderson can leave, son of the soil, Omoto, Bale Piki fit leave. Now you, wey be stranger, go dey form loyalty kill you there. What can be your? Come on, go to Saudi Arabia after all. Arab join Arab, it makes the marriage work well. I know that my brother here will not be happy with me, but I carry many things for mind, and I don't want to have big chest. Don't cut inside the gym. I carry many things for mind, but I don't download some. Let me hand over the show to Ram today. But good news, Emmanuel Sebastian will be here again tomorrow morning. We'll be here on Thursday morning. We'll be here on Friday morning. Somebody praise the Lord. Okay, now you got to pay off here. Today, make una dash us money, because to convince this man to come here means we have to pay him extra. Una need to dash us money. So today, I am here to beg. Not to tell una first. Well, having said that, Emmanuel Sebastian, good morning and welcome. And thank you for agreeing to extend your appearance on the Sports Buffet. Now I have a partner, somebody that I can banter. Anytime Liverpool not do well now, we can drag it for a whole week.
All right, good morning to you. Good morning to the listeners. It's another beautiful Tuesday, cold morning, raining heavily here.
Serious one.
And it's good to be here. What a weekend. Liverpool won.
Shut up.
United lost.
Shut up.
See that shut up self sweet for your mouth because of the way Arsenal they win that game.
Okay, now we did beat United. Okay, say it again. I don't forget.
Even the shut up self sweet, they talk about, it was a fantastic. I mean that goal, that Gabriel Jesus goal, man, it made my weekend. Forget the Liverpool game. That goal was too cinematic. Like, the counter attack, the whole banter, the whole man, then the cutback, the finish. But it was a good weekend in all, except for the whole, like you said.
How the English press ignore that goal? I don't understand.
It was a fantastic goal. The finish.
That's the best goal. The best goal of the season so far.
Massive. The pass from Fabio Vieira, the finish. It was just. I was like, wow, what a finish from Gabriel Jesus. Well, the only sound of the weekend was the whole Mo Salah thing. It's just sad that the Saudi window is here till I think Thursday or Friday. Yeah. So I mean, over 200 million pounds. You could tell that the rumor is getting to the squad, because everyone now is speaking about it. Robertson was speaking about talking about Salah.
Even Szoboszlai, when does Salah speak English?
Exactly. Was talking about Salah and all that. The manager, he can't escape the questions every post-match, pre-match. So that tells you that it's getting heated and it's getting to the squad.
But
it's speaking bomb time.
Who have a better problem? Man United and their demons. They are demons of rascals. Wife beaters, girls beaters, everything, coach arguing with players, or Jurgen Klopp dealing with this Mo Salah problem.
That's the better problem. The way, because the problem of Manchester United is way.
It's non-profitable.
Exactly.
Liverpool problem is profitable.
Yeah, but like my stance has been,
you should see
one more season. In my head, I'm already looking at potential. I'm not the scout for the club, but I'm already looking at people who can play that left wing, because they can't replace in this window. They have to look within the squad to replace. But I'm talking of subsequent windows. I'm already picturing some left-footed wingers in my head. But you should stay. You should stay and see how the season go on a high. It's going to get a send off. Even if it goes, like I said, if you like I've been explaining to you, this thing, no Salah don't do me this thing, and then but the truth is, if he goes to the club and say he wants to,
Emmanuel be like, who the toast baby?
No.
With another boyfriend, they use Ferrari pick and they use Trek.
If he goes to the club and say he wants to go,
you gotta tell the girl, waiting pastor tell her say in the future he go be. Say, my pastor already said, my prophet said in the future I'll be the governor of my state, and that time you'll be the first lady. But right now, leave all this Ferrari, these are vanity.
No, if he goes to the club and say he wants to go, they shouldn't hold him back. But I just feel there will be an agreement for next summer somewhere. I just feel that it will happen. Like, I know the money is big. It's not guaranteed to get the same. Liverpool to get the same fee next summer.
Beat this Eze Patrick, you know what I said? He said sell Salah and buy Bukayo Saka in January. If I beat you, if I beat you.
Arsenal wouldn't want to sell Saka mid-season as well. So
For what?
They wouldn't sell him. But I just feel that there will be a gentleman agreement. So okay, I'm going to next summer. I'm coming January.
Al Ittihad won team for World Club Championship in December. Wait till consider January for this matter.
I'm just thinking outside. Like if he doesn't want to go,
think inside. Now inside with it. Let me think. If you go outside now, you go wet. If you wet now, you don't get girlfriend. We go call you down.
In all of this, September 7th, you just come and go. Make we know where we stand. If you won't go, let's know. Let's know what's happening, because this whole thing. Thank God there's an international break, so it ends with this international break. No distraction of any league game till next weekend and all that.
Mo Salah is not going to the Egyptian national team.
Yeah. The first.
It's not because he's injured. Yeah. Could that be because he wants to do medical?
No. I read something that they've already qualified for the AFCON, so they have the last AFCON qualifiers on the friendly.
Yeah.
So I read somewhere that he wants to go for the friendly, not for the AFCON, because they've already qualified and stuff like that. But
just the same way Nigeria shouldn't have had plenty of players, but it could just be that he wants to go do his medical first and then go for the friendly.
You can't trust this footballer. Anything can happen. But like I said, September 7th will just come and go. And let's just know.
But then again, I think that Mo Salah is encouraging at Al Ittihad.
I believe
just the same way Harry Kane didn't come out to say anything, but you could tell that he was encouraging Bayern. And then Bayern got their man. I think that the same thing is happening here. Because if Mo Salah had said, you know what, I come out to make a statement, because everybody now, the Liverpoolians are saying, guy, come outside and talk. The silence is too loud.
Yeah.
So drown the silence with a statement. I am staying with Liverpool. I'm not leaving, even if I want to leave, not this season. That gives everybody a respite. And the heart attack, the heavy heart beating that people are having, the headache that they're having now, between now and 7th, it will just die down. And now they are okay, we can't get him now. They will speak Mo Salah, and everybody will go. But this silence of Mo Salah seems to be like, you know what? I don't know, but they bring the private jet.
The silence is actually suspicious, because earlier in the summer, when this Saudi thing started, his agents put out a statement that if they were not committed, they wouldn't have signed a new contract. But right now, things are different. Obviously, more money is involved now. Higher transfer fee, and the agent is going to make more money. Everybody's going to make more money. So the silence, like you said, is really, really suspicious. We really need, despite the fact that he's posted pictures of him, we need an assurance if he wants to stay. But like you said, I think there's an encouragement somewhere, either from him or from his camp, that is making this Al Ittihad people to say yes, a deal can be done before our deadline.
All right, wait before you come up with whatever talking point you have. Let's
somebody on WhatsApp just say, "Let boss me with his intro. Let me hear him talk."
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that one. I appreciate. So let's take some of the message. Now somebody tell me, sir, they do intro again. Sir, they take the audience for granted. Now I say I'm a king of intro now. Intro, would they do intro? That I tell they go pay people bride price now. Sure, intro. We do intro. Stop the whole of Lagos. My signing out self became the vacation. People they look forward to my signing out. So I just felt, you know what? Let's take it easy. Let's not overdo this thing. Come like saying I show off. But since they asked for them, you know me, I'm supply on demand. I've always done that. Okay, so let's do some of the messages from Instagram. Phil Bobby says, sorry, haven't joined in a while. Work, one key person, been traveling. It's good now. Better to get job for this Bulaba government than not to get job. My brother work. That your fine daughter and that your beautiful wife. You need to work. I understand. Say me and you get expensive children and expensive wives. So we need to work. Plus the extra family bills and the extended people. Where they want us to donate our blood and our kidney. My brother walk. When you get a chance, you join the show. No worry, I know so you be part of the family. Official Lucky Friday. What this kind of name? What this kind is your and Calabar name then? Lucky Friday. I don't understand. Okay, it says, sir, with all due respect, inviting Boniface Victor to the team is good one for him. What you call bring due respect inside the matter? What it be the need of due respect now? Phil Bobby say leave him like that. We want Osimhen win highest goal scorer in the qualifiers because he's just 2 goals more than Mane. You say Mane go complete and I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he's not getting qualified.
It's not coming now. So Victor don't win that one already now. See, the thing is, we're spending too much.
Senegal, Egypt, I think they release difference.
Nigeria don't already qualify, so I think it's an overkill. For an FA that is claiming they don't have money, you're going to spend 250 million naira. I mean, unless maybe Akwa Ibom State governor want to foot the bill, but even at that, at the detriment of Akwa Ibom people, without Akwa Ibom, there's a very comfortable state. Everything is fine from. Let me not talk more. Sababi say you should have also allowed Osimhen to join Saudi Arabia League. Then after 2 years, he comes back. No, the reason why the difference between Mosala and Osimhen is 24, Mosala is 31. Mosala have won the Champions League, has won the league in England. There's nothing to win again. Osimhen,
Saudi Arabia and the Arab thing as well.
He's an Arab guy. He borders well. Victor Osimhen, a Lagos boy, Lusheshon boy, Edo boy that speaks Yoruba very well. He should still stay in Europe and put some footprint down. Should still do some things in the Champions League. Not that there's much of a difference anyway. But I understand what you're saying. Again, you can't play this Osimhen if money, and you should know because you're in a place where investment is the matter. Money is not about the volume, it's about the investment. So with what Victor Osimhen have earned already and the contract he's got and he continues to play in Europe, if the money is well invested, he'll not go poor again for the rest of his life. But the whole idea of him going to Saudi Arabia at 24, come on, I'm not saying that one. But it's like saying Bukayo Saka should go to Saudi Arabia. Hey, well, not like I'm a big fan of Bukayo Saka, but what is he going to do there? Okay, so Fibabi said Manchester United problem plenty you make una leave them alone. They plenty will not be small something. The problem, Mr. Sugar say, Baba, do you know that Diego Dalot stand up till match finish? Grass from the pitch still full in Nika right now. Jesus Christ. Fibabi say, I beg, make him go and cash out and use the money to help his foundation. Okay, so on YouTube there's a whole lot as well. Man, yesterday I watched the Honest Bunch. They say in this part of the world we shouldn't be doing all that things. Don't promote another person's channel. Listen, that Honest Bunch. When first off, the stalker is my brother, like my younger brother, very fantastic guy. So first off, when I saw the short clip, I knew I was going to watch it because I know the stalker is like my duplicate. It says the things the way they are. You know, if you're anybody. I always say that one of the greatest things that happened to me in this industry is that I don't have a godfather. Nobody, I don't have a leech on me. Nobody is my godfather. Even when I did brilliant, I will report it to your boss. I say, go, this boss will report me to, so he fear me. So you don't report me now. So I'm just giving you that. So I love everything he said on that show. And if you can, go watch it. There are some very, very valuable lessons about life, about patience, about timing, about I love what I saw yesterday. It was good. Massive shout out to the stalker. Leave people to talk. I remember when people also said they use juju back in the day. Honorary attack why they win serially. They say, I know that for the use juju, that be not normal. Well, let's move on. The alarm say good morning, Alebete and Emmanuel. So Emmanuel, they fear for Salah. They fear Oga. You need to see Emmanuel for the Elegbete TV family WhatsApp group. This Salamata get to Ramo. He get to Emmanuel past when he has born. This Salamata. This Salamata he make Emmanuel speak pidgin English. I don't know I've known Emmanuel since 2017. Emmanuel never speak pidgin English once. I shock. Emmanuel they use pidgin English. They do rap like Lil Wayne. I said this matter tough. This one critical. Emmanuel full house born everything, nothing taken away. Document everything born. Emmanuel no shake. He not speak pidgin English. Mosala matter. When Ali Tiad entered the conversation, Emmanuel speak pidgin English. He speak in tongue. He cry. The lamentations of Emmanuel. I get all the audio. I go play one day. This series. Don't worry. Where would they now? Additional mama say good morning, Lebote family. I like the vibes. Sancho don't enter one chance. You can only fight as much with your coach. It will hit you. No one will really want you. Your price for market will start to drop. If you drop, you go cheap to buy now. The lie say this money they too high to lose will make Liverpool no dollar more. Noah Yoruba says, honestly, I have missed you. First time listening to you live since you left Brilla. Your voice alone is a brand. Thank you very much. I have subscribed now. Thank you very much. And please help us share to as many people who are missing me as well. I miss you guys like crazy as well. I want to have 1 million of you guys in this community. God, what we will do when we have 1 million subscribers that are active, what we will do. First off, let me guarantee you guys want to. If I have 1 million subscribers, somebody asked me yesterday that what will you do if you have 1 million active subscribers? If I have 1 million active subscribers, and let's say I upload the content and it's always hitting 1 million views or 500,000 views, I'll go and buy the broadcast rights of the league myself. I'm not doing it because I want to show off, but I want to do it to show to the other media that Nigerian sports have to grow where the media have a role to play, and it's not just verbal role, it is active role. Like you have the Sky Sports, the BT Sports, the ITV, the BBC in the UK putting 5.7 billion in the Premier League and making the league larger than life, and they can set agenda and decide what player they want to promote, what coach they want to promote, and to make sure the league is larger than life. And I think it's something that I can do. I'm not just saying it, I'm already leading by example with the interviews and the content I'm creating around the league. So let's wait till we get there. But that's the topic for another day. Let's move further down. Additional of say Salah the farm good boy for front. I am sure say he go the sweet arm. I see they paying them Liverpool. He they sweet Mo Salah. Okay. The sweet. It is swear for Liverpool for now. Salah go and shop your money.
He doesn't want to taint his reputation.
Which reputation?
That reputation. According to what that person said, he's trying to be good on the front, but
behind the scene, he's engineering.
So he doesn't want to paint that reputation bad and all that. I think that's what he's doing. But I mean, it's too much to turn down.
Ferdinand Ekenese, but they said it's 170 with add-ons going up to 200 million. Waiting be that add-on. You old story. You live for ancient of days, as old as you are. But you need to change. You are not God. You need to change. Your browser is browsing 2 million years ago. The conversation don't change this. Here's Patrick say, thank God, say bros, not be Mo Salah. I don't go since. What's it with that guy? That's this is my son like to the watch. Sonic Edge. I don't dash. Flash. I don't go. I don't come out. Since the 8th of Flash, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia version. The invasion of Saudi Arabia by Flash. Mo Salah. I don't go since. Additional Abuma say pin account make we drop Windows Mind. YouTube does not allow that. If I do that, they'll sanction me. Windows Mind should come, maybe DM conversation on Instagram and the rest. If you try that here, the laws waiting for YouTube, many bros, many. But I think I can pick. Emmanuel, where to be your account number? Just test me your account number. Make a copy and paste for there. But I will not put my own because that would be a problem. But I can put another person's account. That's the community rule. I can't put my own. That would be the problem. It will take like 10 years to fix. It go hard past Mr. Greenwood. The other one say, but make Liverpool no go use the money, go buy another and the Carol during. Oh Jesus Christ! The internet does not forget. These word people are word people. They will continue to be word people. During Suarez sale that year, but that's true. So, but I already have Andy Carroll in Darwin Nunes.
Then it was Suarez. I'll go Carroll. Yeah.
Yes, and as far as money, I take buy Carroll now. Take buy all the things. Can't use what's it called? This guy money. This Brazilian boy now. Coutinho money. Take buy some very good buy. Like I was jealous. It's like look at what Liverpool are doing now. Arsenal Wenger with the full head on the fire. Yes, I said it. Wish kill the club. So I don't pin Emmanuel Sebastian's account. So anybody will want to do Widows Might, let's be seeing the good Widows Might there. No question like that. Okay, so the line just says, but make Liverpool no go. Okay, I don't do it now. Is it Patrick say, sell Salah and buy Bukayo Saka in January? Thunder fire you for that bad agree where you did. The alarm just say Jesus goal was made in Damascus and scored in London. Jesus used Dalot to sweep the scene of the Emirates ground clean and white as snow. Jesus Christ. You guys are evil, sharp. Edition of say Salah they declare the calendar for the market. I agree with you. Here's a Patrick say saw the Nigerian list of players attack and no spine. Okay,
We'll get into that.
if I want tissue spine, I'll be. Ferdinand can say, with all due respect, make insult no follow. You know when people don't talk with all due respect, insult won't call. If it's insult, I go find us you. I'm not gentle like that too. I go find us. Ola Matthew say, and one guy wants something. What I say, one insult real life cultists. Not be that guy for social for Instagram. Real life cultists ain't one insult. Don't worry now. One man cut now though. When I go beat you here, we go party. He did misbehave. Follow person. That's the person that your senior. So I don't talk to me like that. I say, hey, don't insult me. Oh, I be one man. I go beat you. I'm not gentle. You fuck. Shook you for neck. You go know. That's not I be Gen I not go. Now they rude. I go beat you. Nothing will happen. Just know. Yeah. That's I go use fuck. I hold the fuck. I use this fuck. Shook you for neck. 4 minutes. I be the highest. Where you go bleed to death. You go know. The guy look me shocked. I say no. All the other people who sit down for the table, they shocked too. Say, yeah, you did like this. I say I was past like this. Small people know they get respect. When you they grow up, I tell when they grow up. If you see that for where that if you go, they will follow the direction. Even for church, where everybody come get salvation. Small children know say their salvation are later after head stick. You never see small people take Holy Communion before senior. Go come here and everybody form giddy. You where they use whole hand come. People will pay money, enter the event. We will even sponsor event. If they follow the direction, I will stab you. You go know. The guy run, he go stand for gate, they spy me like ratting table breast. Even the man who sit down near me with the wife, they go talk, they go look me. It's okay, no worry. Exposure matter, they go forward. Olama to say Liverpool should let Salah go. That money is too high to be rejected for a player like Salah. I agree with you. Ferdinand can say Nedu still caught some things from that video. Obviously, Chris, my bros, thank you for coming to the rescue the other day. God bless you. All these people they kind, they support in this Bala Blue government or still they support another person. God bless you. Elegbata counterfeit is another person. Akimbola Larry say, Man United players don't they go law court pass as them they go feed. Is this club shunning at players with domestic problem now? Will definitely affect their performance on the field. Maybe today now, I don't say you might not forget say Erik Antony play for this club, Roy K play for this club, Paul Scholes play for this club. Why are they make it look like it's in the DNA of the club, in the genealogy, in their Matthew chapter 1 verse 1 to the end. He did for the violence, going to court and trouble, all of those things they for Manchester United. And I just say Una, the internet just come to Una front. Those of us who don't follow football since 1960, we know. As Patrick say, reminds me of Torres leaving in 2011. I cried that night. You did emotional well. Your girlfriend going to beat you well. You must be very lazy. Cry from football matter. I don't understand. As Patrick say, this football. Who from DJ last say, don't send Salah consolation money for their Elegbete. Make you take and console Sebastian small. By September 7, he don't finish. Sebastian, they don't send you consolation so that in case Mosala leave, you use that one to buy tissue and use them, take water, wipe your face. Okay. Now let's come back to Ediale Kingsley is young. So in Nigeria currently, the best writer, the best PR. If you need a good PRO, you need somebody that will market you well, that put you in the limelight. Because of this guy, I make Gift Urban and then Victor Boniface now the come national team. So Naim the guy with the brain behind it. I think you should read his work. I think he's also the best PRO man for Simi, and this guy has done a whole lot for Simi, Davido, and a lot of people in the entertainment industry with his Insta letters and to say, we need to talk. Are you going to you? No, I'm not going to you. So I was supposed to go to you, but I have like 4 very, very strong MPFL related meetings. One is today 2 p.m. Another one is tomorrow. The other one again is on Thursday and then Friday. If I go out, I might lose out on those. I plan to go to you before, but that has changed. Even yesterday, I was having a very long conversation with Taiwan one day. I told him I wanted to come, but now I'm not going anymore. Creator Daniel said we need to talk. Are you going to you? No, I'm not going. We don't see that deal. I trust you now. I believe you die. I understand. When I saw the list, I just laughed. I said, man, this guy's got He's got it on the brain. Well done. Also, Emmanuel Sebastian, back to you. Sorry, no verse. Mr. Sugar said, Baba, why Arsenal fan won't use head kill Roy Keane? But now the Arsenal fan, I injure personal. They carry, innocent motor to go jam Dangote truck.
All right, moving on the show. I want to say thank you to Edijala, Ifoma Kevin. Yeah, like I said.
So Kevin, there for your name.
Confirmed, yeah.
It must be a troublesome person.
Yeah, so people already. I beg make on talk about this Okocha matter. I want you everything and let better to talk. So,
I think I've done everything I need to talk about. That stupid comment from Okocha.
For people that are listening, let's just talk about it again. Just to put it out there, he was in Kenya for a Premier League trophy tour. That was where he made this statement. So yeah, I'm gonna read the quotes carried out on Capital Sports that relayed those comments from Okocha. He said, "I don't think I would watch the Nigerian League." Like I said, he was speaking at a Premier League trophy launch in Kenya. So I don't think I would watch the Nigerian League if there is a Premier League match on television. What I was saying this to impress the Premier League people, I don't know. He said that is if I'm being honest, because the Premier League is more attractive. We need to go back to the drawing board and give ourselves time and put something together that will make our leagues attractive. People will fall in love with something that is attractive and well packaged. I can take the example of South Africa. The locals there attend matches in the stadium because the league is attractive. There are also the North African countries where the locals go out and watch the matches. Also, he said. Then he added, I think sometimes we need to copy the leagues abroad, forget our ego and humble ourselves and start from scratch again. We need a long-term plan to organize our leagues and make them attractive. It is not rocket science. Those were the words of JJ Okocha. Now, it has divided opinion online. Some people were saying he's speaking the truth, he's saying the harsh truth. Maybe he couldn't have said it the way he said it, going to a country like Kenya to talk down on the league and all that. What is your stance? Do you agree that he's saying the truth or saying it in the wrong way?
First of all, Okocha was not saying the truth. Okocha was ignorant and stupid. I didn't fear to tell him, my guy, you saw us together, but he was ignorant and stupid. If he's 50 years and 45 going to be 46, this the age difference, we fall into the same age group. So make anybody not talk. All those small picky ways, Sabito say you did not be my senior, my age group. Neither they call that one. That's one. Two, Okocha was the FA chairman of Delta State. For 4 years, he was almost getting impeached. To save his image, to not have that impeachment hanging on his head, he had to resign because he was recorded. And again, this is a person. He resigned in the fourth year because they don't need him to do a second term. He was disgraced out of the FA. He was also in the technical committee of the NFF. Again, you look at Shola. Shola is 35 years, and that's the reason why I brought the age thing. Shola is 36 years, right? The owner of Sporting Lagos. That guy saw everything that Okocha saw as bad in the league, but he saw opportunity. He's going to build a stadium somewhere at Landmark in VI. No, I'm not sure anybody's ever passed the whole of Lagos and say, oh, there's supposed to be a stadium here. Shola saw that. Shola started his business in tech. Never benefited anything from Nigeria. Started his business in tech, worked very hard, got international funding, did what he did, sold his company for about 300 or something million, decided to come back and put it here. This Okocha have benefited a whole lot from Nigerian football and still benefiting. Please point to one thing that he has done. When people want to lie to you, they'll tell you he taught Ronaldo how to dribble. He never fit teach Alex Iwobi how to get sense of it. That's one. Again, it was in the technical committee of the NFF. So let's call a spade a spade. What did he contribute? What major thing did he do? This time Okocha was lobbying to the Minister of Sports too. This government too. He was lobbying to the Minister of Sports. So if this is what you see, you should stand up. I didn't play for Nigeria. At best, I was invited to an under-17 team that I got injured and was taken out. Even though say I'm not getting injured for that team, that Japan team, they will not still take me. Okay? Because I was very young. Now, I didn't play for Nigeria. I've not earned any money directly from Nigeria. But I've contributed to Nigeria winning a bronze medal in Olympic in 2016. If you doubt it, go and ask the Sam successor. Take me out of that equation, Nigeria are not going to qualify in the first place. Good. What's it called? 12 years ago, I started pursuing the separation of the Ministry for Youth away from Ministry for Sports. You've been with me in the last 6 years. You hear me cry about it every single day. Yeah. This government, as bad as people, I didn't vote for them, but I went to them. I pushed. They separated it. These are me. Like this, like I'm like the most minute person, no influence at all, no power, no name, nobody know me. There's nobody in Nigeria that can say you know my papa today, or I get one name where they want bank on. I was able to achieve that. You know what the coach would have achieved if he stand up and start pushing. If he uses his friends abroad, say, come, let's collaborate, let's set up a football club. I've heard of Coach times stand up. Coach told GTI people that they are wasting money trying to invest in the league. This is so when people hear me, they get pissed off. It's not today. So Okocha has always systematically stand up against the league. So don't stand up against the league. I've always said one thing. You see that my line that I sign out with when I say, if you're not going to be part of the solution, don't be part of the problem. Okocha was my inspiration for that line, because so many times it's been asked, come and go, just use your image. Let's use your image as a brand ambassador of the league. He turned it down. Let's use you as a go-to person. Turn it down. Because if the Burna Boys of this world, the Bovies of this world, the Alibabas of this world, the Davidos or Wizkid see you as a leader, the Brother Shaggy's, they would also say, oh, they'll start tweeting, I'm going to watch Sporting Lagos versus Remo Star, Kwara United versus 3SC, Kano Pillars versus this. But you turned it down. So don't go. When you're going to promote the English Premier League, please promote it. I don't have a problem with it. Focus on the Premier League, the English Premier League. People that are saying this, if somebody had asked Coach that question, would you watch the Kenyan Premier League or you watch the English Premier League? Would he open his mouth and say that in Kenya? He would not. So let's be very honest. Again, talking about fans coming to stadium, fans have always gone to the stadium in Nigeria. Let's not come here and make it look like fans are not going to stadium. Fans have always gone to the stadium. Okocha is just, like obsolete. He's moribund in his view. Since he doesn't go to the stadium, he doesn't know. Kano Pillar stadiums are always packed full. When Heartland won the league in 2016, the cathedral is so full that you have more people outside than the people inside the stadium. These are not conjunctions. In all their 19 home games, the stadium is always packed full. We've seen all of that before. So making it sound like people don't go to stadium, people don't watch the games. Come on, what's wrong? What's wrong with him? You should be an ambassador. Nigerians were angry when Buhari said Nigerian youths are lazy. Why are some of them defending a statement from somebody who's supposed to be an ambassador of the league? Why don't Okocha come out and tell you the amount of fighting?
Like someone just said, now in your opinion, is it best he lied and not be truthful with his submission?
He's not truthful. That thing is said is not truthful. The thing is, they've taught Nigerians think that social media is their moral ground. Nigerians think that social media is their moral ground. That thing is said is laden with plenty of lies, because he is insinuating that people don't go to stadium when he mentioned the South African League and the North African. Yeah. But that's not. Is that true? Is it true that people don't go to the stadium to watch Nigerian football? You were a commentator in Akure, right?
Yeah.
Was it? You see play sit down? You see play sit down? Where were you sitting? Well. Where were you sitting to do your commentary?
It was on the pavement. Also.
Good. When you went to Ibadan, you see play sit down. Was the whole stadium not full? Were people not paying? So what are we really saying here? Our job, the French league is not struggling and trying to be like the Premier League. Neither the Ukrainian league or the Scottish league. Scotland, you go drive, not just my neighbor. In Scottish league, are they trying to be like the English league? Have you seen anybody? Have you heard anybody saying that Scottish league should be like the Premier League? We do not have to be like the English Premier League. The problem here is everybody who think that Nigerian standard, and that's another problem. I think we shared a video in the WhatsApp group yesterday, and somebody was talking about things that bring failure. The first line item there was comparison. We compare ourselves too much with things that we have no business comparing ourselves with.
Especially the Premier League.
Before Nigeria gained our independence, the English football done there over 100 years. So what are we really saying here? What are we really saying that we should try to be like the Premier League? It's like me going to some of these upcoming sports journalists and say, why can't you be like me? No, you're not to be like that. That comparison have no business. So first off, you're comparing coconut with apples. It doesn't work. It doesn't work because they are brown and brown. Does not mean coconut and egg should be put in a cage for battle. Is the Nigerian league making progress? Yes, the answer is yes. We are making legislative progress. We're making administrative progress. It's not going to happen overnight. Do you think that the league is not okay? What inspire Coalition Ahmed to build a stadium in a bush called Ikene? You know that because of Remo Stars, Ikene is popular. You know Ikene before Remo Stars. Have you heard that name before?
Really a bush, like
Ikene is a bush now. If you take away that stadium, Ikene is a bush.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. This thing see, you know why it's easy for me to always have this conversation. The place that I've been to the most in my life is UK. I grew up in the UK. People should not forget that. You know what the English League used to be called? It used to be called the League of Hooligans. Somebody came, Robert Muda came and brought his 250 million and said, David, you go across the aisle, meet with Tottenham people, meet with everybody, and let's create a business league. If Okocha starts that kind of movement and he's talking, I'll listen to him. But you see this Momo talk of running down people. My mom, let me conclude with this. My mom says she used to tell us when we were growing up, because there's a man called Adescu. He's late now. There's a man called Adescu. He's the only person in the whole of our street from number 1 to number 56 that have color television. Mr. Adescu, Lajema. And we forcefully want to go to that compound to fetch water. We want to go and play there, not necessarily because we want to fetch their water. There was Mama Guys where that is better than everybody. That's a better place there. But we want to be spying TV in the window. My mom used to say this to us. She say, "Na slave, now you see food shop for another person's house. You can't use left hand. They point to your own house. Say, I don't like that house. Na slave." That's exactly what Okocha have done. It's a slave mentality. Okocha not be picking again. It's 50 years. Biola Kazim, my friend and brother, said, as a Nigerian, once you cross 40, you have no right to complain again. You're part of the problem. You can't be 40 years in Nigeria, because when you were born, Nigeria is 20-something years old. So you grew up, you were part of this problem. We should be looking at your contribution. Again, nobody should ever say because you play for Nigeria, you contributed. Every game you play for Nigeria, you were paid. If playing 1 day or 1 week wage in Nigeria, you get $5,000 and then it graduated to $10,000, you have no right to say you make sacrifice for Nigeria. Shut up. Nobody earns that much money doing anything in Nigeria. Nobody, not a local government chairman, not a state government, a state governor or a president, if they focus on their salaries. So don't come and tell us that our league is not good. Show me what you have contributed. You were the FA chairman of a state that is the most vibrant state in Nigeria in terms of football. For 4 years, you did nothing. You practically killed football in that state. They are still trying to call Jesus Christ to come and breathe life into that state football. Then you were also a technical committee member of the NFF for almost 6 years. You did nothing. Absolutely nothing. There is not a single document paper that you wrote. You were going there traveling for free and the rest. And then you come out and say this. How many years do you need to really fix things? If you can't fix things, then shut up.
Somebody just sent an email and say last week it was 11 to go in Akano. Today so coach I beg tell him 11 to come. I guess you didn't listen to the show. It's not about calming down. You know the problem. Yeah, we were on a Twitter space and somebody said Okocha said his truth. And then I mentioned the fact that he failed. He failed and it was irresponsible as the FA chairman of Delta. And the guy said, no, I should be diplomatic with my word. Oh, Okocha is good with telling truth, but it's bad to tell truth about Okocha. I don't understand. It is okay when Okocha tells the truth about an entire ecosystem. Let me give you this. Last season was your first experience at commentary, right? Yeah. Be honest with me. How was the experience for you? What does it mean to you as a commentator? No, it meant a lot. It meant a lot. I lived every moment of it.
Did you get paid?
I did.
Did you enjoy the pay? In that moment, not the big money, but in that moment, you enjoyed travel. You enjoy good hotel. You enjoy good pay. You enjoy the exposure. Yeah. And it's forever going to be in your CV.
Yeah.
The hotels we went to, the matches you went with me, we stayed in top class hotels in those cities. Yeah. Do you know those hotels benefited from the money that because of the league? The bus the vehicle that we shut up from here to Akure and benefited. The driver said he's never worked with anybody like us. He wants us to be going for matches every day. And you could go on and on and on and on. The people we brought in from Abuja, the experts we brought in all around the nation, 35 people for every match that we did. Over 350 million ran through my account for those 13 matches that I did. And people get paid. Some people get 400,000. People rented equipment and the rest of it. My point here is that is the ecosystem that Okocha is destroying with his unneeded, unsolicited truths. You are there to talk about the Premier League. Focus on the Premier League. Don't destroy Nigerian League. You don't want to contribute to it. Shut the fuck up and don't talk. Don't be fool in public.
All right. Emeka is asking a question. When is the league even going to start? It's supposed to start this coming weekend, but
it's starting this coming weekend. Not be supposed. There's a match in Ibadan. Because of the international break.
So they
slammed down 9 and put one game on. So the game, 3SC, who's the opponent now? 3SC Plateau United will hold in Ibadan. So if you want to go to Ibadan, it's a good place to go have fun.
All right. So the league is starting this weekend, but you're going to see Shooting Stars and Plateau United in Ibadan. And yes, I mean, you've said a lot about JJ, but I think that's quite summarizing from everything you have said. So let's move away from JJ. Let's talk about the Super Eagles now. And yes, the list is out. We're going to be taking on Sao Tome and Principe in Uyo. We're back in Uyo. So let's just look at the list and dissect the list from the goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and the forwards. It's quite surprising. Some top names are still in the squad. We've talked about this before, and I especially for example, Osimhen, it's a game for him to also add to his goal tally.
He doesn't need
the national team for the qualifiers as well and all that. So yes, I mean, remembering the fact that we scored 10 against the same opponent away from home.
Are you expecting 10 in this game?
It might be another high scoring game, but definitely not 10. But it might be another high scoring.
Football does not. Nigeria with Yekini and the almighty 94 team beat Burkina Faso in Nigeria 7-1. We went away now 1-1 in the end.
So
we beat South Africa here 4-0. Went away now 0-0 end. We beat Algeria here 4-1 in Okocha's debut in 1993. Went away, it was 1-1. We beat Cote d'Ivoire 4-1 here. Went away, it was 2-1. So football is not always 1 + 1 = 2.
But we can agree that it's a win for the Super Eagles.
Madagascar beat us. Until Madagascar beat us in 2019. The only Madagascar I know is cartoon. That's the first time I knew that Madagascar is a country. When they put Madagascar for our group, I thought that the programmer, the person who write the feature, made mistake, add the name of a movie, a cartoon, until they beat us 2-1. I think that's one of the last game that John Ogo played.
Yeah, John Ogo, and I remember that error, John Ogo in Balogun, that mix up and all that.
Yeah.
But this is our time, we're going to win. So whatever you let's leave it at that.
This boy are fool.
Let's leave it at that.
This boy are idiots.
Let's look at the goalkeepers. I mean, Uzoho is back in the squad.
Yeah.
He was suspended for the last game. Olorunleke Ojo gets another call up, getting back captain.
I think he should start.
So 3 goalkeepers. Quickly, what's your take? Do you see Adele keeping his place in goal? Or
I mean, if we go by the last game that was played, he conceded, but I can't fault him for the goal he conceded. So I'm going to sit here and say I think he should start for a bit of a continuity and consistency, so that we are not just always changing goalkeeper. Francis Uzo, I mean, we really don't have a goalkeeper. Super Eagles don't have a goalkeeper, so there is no way of putting it. But it's done his best. It's shown his best, and the greatest game of his life, he still ended up losing. That was against Manchester United. I think I will continue with this one. I'll take the risk. It reminds me of the starting days of Vincent Eyama. But it needs consistency of game. You don't want to be shopping and pruning your goalkeeping position all the time unless there's suspension or injury. So I'll continue with him and see him build his confidence. All
right. Somebody just asked, where is Maduka Okoye? We don't know if he's retired, but he joined Watford. Udinese,
yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know what's up with his national team career. So he's been laid back, silent, even on his social media. So yeah, he's waiting to get his career back on track. Let's move on to the defenders now. Ola Aina makes a return. Remember, he's now with Nottingham Forest. Tyron Ibui also makes a return. New man, Jordan Turunariga. Remember
the one that they said his father played.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have invited this boy anyway. This guy.
Ekong Ajayi Basi, Jamili Collins return, and Bruno Yemechi. So, what's your take on it? If you're talking about Turunariga.
So for Turunariga, this guy turned us down. He should be let alone. But I mean, forgiveness is part of the human race. So let's say that he's got his second chance now. He should use it well. But again, games like this, listen, the problem with this game is we're going to come out of this game sad than happy. This is my reason. We have invited more players in this game than even when we're playing real competitive game. This is like going to camp, a pre-tournament camping squad list. the players are too many. Again, he also shows one of the things when I look at the squad is he also showed that we'll not really get midfielders because midfielders are always scarce, and that's where the whole thing happened. When you look at this squad, there are defenders in this squad that will not even make it into the starting list. So I think it's too much. But when we have the defenders now on the side, Kevin Bassi, I don't know whether to play him as a centre back or as a wide man, but I think he's a better wide man than a centre back. There is Emilio Collins, who is back again, out of injury. Sorry for the long time he's still injured. There is Bruno Yemechi, the Boavista guy in Portugal, and then there's Tyrone Eboe. All of these guys, where would they play? Because we seem to have duplicate role for like 4 players, 3 players. How will they play? How will you pick your team? That's my worry for the coach. I don't know who's going to manage this team, whether it's a Guava or now that Jose Pesero have agreed. Have agreed to pay cut $10,000 pay cut from 17 to 60. Whether he will be the one in charge, but. And then again, I don't even know who invited these players, whether it's him in the midst of his negotiation or it's a Guavon, as the story was told, as from sources that we heard. So we're going to see all of this happen. But I think the defenders are too much. That's just my take on it. It's too much.
All right. Why the defenders are too much? People are complaining that the midfielders are too little. Just 4 midfielders. Wilfred Ndidi, Rafael Onyedika makes a return. Joe Ayodele Aribo. People, quite a number of people didn't expect him to make this list. He's had a torrid time at Southampton. Why not give another player a chance and all that? Frank Onyeka as well. Signed a new contract at Brentford. Still not starting games. Returning from injury, obviously, but still making a match day squad and all that. What's still missing in this midfield position? Just four midfielders scoring.
We still don't have creativity. Frank Onyeka is a defensive midfielder. Wilfred Ndidi is a defensive midfielder. Joe Aribo is neither here nor there. Like you said, he's not played for long, even though sometimes that's not really, a basis. There are players, like I told you before, didn't play for 1 year, went to the World Cup. There are players who have not played club football, who still get invited. Look at Harry Maguire, doesn't play but gets invited to the English national team. So that's not really much of a basis, but I'm looking at this team. Is lacking in creativity. We would really sincerely love to bank on our white players, but our white players can cross to save their life. You see Rafael Onyedika, Wilfred Ndidi, Frank Onyeka, all are defensive midfielders. So the offensive is now going to be lying on the hands of Joe Aribo. Obviously, he will start unless he gets injured in the pre-match training and all that. But on his day, and I don't like players that have that tag on his day. Football is you get paid every time you play, so give us your best. It's like I give 10 clothes to the tailor that sews my clothes, and he does 5 well and he spoil 5. I'm not going to be rejoicing over the 5 that he did well. He didn't do my job, right? Mm-hmm. So I can't say on his day he did 5, and then on his off day he spoiled 5, and that's the kind of thing that we have with our midfielders. So it's a little bit on the other side, but thank God Wilfred in the display regularly now. He's fit. I hope he comes in and he trains and then he's ready to go.
And they do well in the English Championship, Leicester City.
Yes, absolutely.
Manager. So talking about his teammate as well, who's part of the forwards players that record of Kelechi Iheanacho. Samuel Chukwueze still finding his feet at Milan. Pulisic is a massive.
Pulisic say, "Oh boy, you go see that for bed. You chauffeur."
Moses Simon is there. Ademola Lookman, Victor Osimhen, Tawa Woni, the man for the big occasion at Nottingham Forest. Then the 2 big names people were waiting to see, Gift Orban and Victor Boniface. What's your take on this attacking?
Funny enough, I will start Gift Orban and Victor Boniface. Osimhen wait, Tawa Woni wait. These guys are already owners of that attacking position. Yeah. I like what Tawa Woni is doing with his game. Right, he's really showing that he's got something to prove. Every time we talk, he's like, bros, I got something to prove. Bro. That Victor, now my guy, Victor, not be person where you go close your eye for, because you close your eye, he does score 10. So you need to prove yourself every day. So I like that competitive spirit, because I would always tell people that Michael Biku and Richard Owobukiri pushed Irakini to stay at his best, even though a lot of people will not agree. And then the coming of Sondolise, who was a grand pass master, and he also aided that. But imagine if you didn't have Richard Owobukiri and Michael Biku at the time, and then Samson Siasa and Amokashi, probably his game would not have been that, up to the par. Again, he had fantastic players behind him. He had, I'm not even going to mention Koshana because it wasn't really fantastic in the Yakini days. There was Sondolise, there was Finidi George, and then there was whoever was playing on the left side. Before Amunike came in, Amunike didn't play long with Yekini, but he had people who could deliver, put it on the plate, and Yekini was a guy who doesn't, he doesn't do it. I have it. He's Yekini the great. There's no flaw, there's no fault to his person, and he did it well. So for looking at this team, I think I will play as a coach. I'll play Victor Boniface one for bonding, for him to feel like, okay, this team, they want me, because these are players that if you don't play them, they have a chance to switch allegiance to somewhere else. And the kind of goals that Victor Boniface is scoring, anybody can convince him to say, guy, play for us. This guy score every type of goal. Okay, it's not a one-dimension player. He can come from outside of the 18, score. He can use the opposition defenders to mop the floor like Gabriel. He can, score a tap in. He can head the ball into the net. It's just everything is Victor Osimhen's competition, real competition, not Paul Onuachu. This one is a real competition, beastly competition. And I think I'll give him a chance because it helps the team. It helps the team to get better. I've always said that one of the problems with the Super Eagles is that there is too much guarantees for a lot of players. Like, don't worry, I'll play. And once you put competition in a team,
just shake them up a bit.
Yeah, shake them up a bit, and he gets them to know that, but if I don't do well, especially going to the Nations Cup, if I don't do well, I don't make that team. So I think I'll give them a chance to play. The white men are still going to be the same. Chukwueze will still start. Simon will still start. Unless, but I think I would rather start Ademola Lookman and see where it goes from there. Or probably you could also say you want to play 3 strike forwards, which is crazy anyway. But if you play Victor Osimhen, Gift Orban, and say Victor Boniface, who's going to be providing for them? Because one of the problems is all of them will run into the same position. Again, if you play 4 midfielder and play 2 strikers, to be good, because Victor Osimhen, Victor Boniface, the 2 Victors, they like to play off the back of another striker. Gift Orban is a different beast. That one is a lot of things in one. Is Julio Baptista on his good day, is Adriano, is Kun Aguero when he wants to be. So it's just that guy that you kind of tell to yourself, I need this guy. Now, Kelechi Iheanacho, who is, for me, talent-wise, is number 1 on this squad, in this forward line, talent-wise. But execution and then work rate is very low. He's lazy. But I still like his talent. I still like the fact that, he might not be able to play you 90 minutes, but I'm not going to kick him out of the team. But Kelechi Iheanacho is, because he's a glue that brings everybody together. He's not one who's running for the top 9 position. He's always going to be behind them. But can he put a bit of hard work, work rate, work ethics into his game and be the guy who delivers everybody? The guy it's not a Mokashi, but it could be a Sasa, whose skill and crafts can open up the doors. It's not Kanwako anyway, but he can, do something like that. I hope so.
All right. For those of you asking, there are some notable exclusions from this list. Ken Omiro can tell you for free he's suspended. Accumulation of yellow cards in this game. Saturday in Turkey, Lukashi Pasha. Alex Iwobi got a little knock. He's injured. Remember, he moved to Fulham on deadline day, but he's injured. So, he could sit out this game and prepare for his new team. So, Bright Osai Samuel as well. Not in this squad, scored a goal for Fenerbahce this past weekend. So we don't know what's up, why, but like I said, it's Sao Tome and Principe. So, let's just test new players. So in case you're wondering, this game will be played on the 10th of September at the Goswell Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. And if you will be going to cover that game, just to let you know that accreditation is on. And yes, you can send an email to Ademola Nigeria for your accreditation. Then you pick it up on the day before the match. That's the Saturday, 9th of September, between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Go to the stadium and pick up your accreditation for those of you who would like to go cover the game. So yes, we're looking forward to that game. We talked about Jose Pesero, and it's official. Yes, he has agreed to a pay cut to remain in charge of the Super Eagles. We hear he loves the job. He's passionate, and there's some extra perks to it. He's now going to be, I don't know if I could call that perk, but that tells you how passionate this man is. So we hear he's going to be in charge of the Chan Eagles.
I like how you use the word passionate.
So we hear he's going to be in charge of the Chan Eagles as well. So, looking at the whole situation, was it the right choice after all? He's been given a target at the AFCON, I think a semi-final target. Yeah. So looking at all of this and the whole pay cuts, the targets, the whole Chan inclusion into it, is it the right decision from the NFL?
And so I need to put a spreadsheet on this when I explain it, so that people really do understand why I call it the right choice. We made a mistake, we're gonna throw. And when they were saying they were going to let him go, they will let the people vote. I reached that. It's my industry. My mom would say that as a senior child in the house when I was growing up, she used to say this thing. That if you see something where your younger brother do way bad, and you know clear him, you know fix him, if I come back, I not go beat him, I go beat you. Because you are in charge. You are the elder statesman there. You are a stakeholder. Stakeholder. If your parents are not around, you're around. And like I said to you guys, off the mic, like I'm done with complaining. I'm not gonna stay on my radio and complain. I did that for 13 years. I know the modus operandi of the media in Nigeria. Complain, find faults, do all that. And it took Chidozie Okoroji, the elder, to say one thing to me 4 years ago. He said, bros, because we always talk. I took him under my. We always talk. We went to Brazil together, and I remember telling him one time that, do you know that we in this radio station where we used to work, I said, do you know that we know everybody's fault, but we can't even fix our own. We are falling apart every single day, but we know everybody's fault. Why don't we use that same methodology of analyzing other people's problem to put us in the number one spot? And as it is going, I used to tell him, I say, you see, me, Murphy, we leave all those stations that we think are coming up, they will run, leave us. And he was like, bros, you said it. And he's working with one of them now. So when I set up this thing, I told you from when we started, my mission is not here to come and tell you what is wrong. We already know that. My mission is always to look for solutions. So when they talk of sacking him first rise up, I sent a message to Ibrahim Gusau, like, President, I don't know Jose Peseiro. It's not my guy. I know they get relationship with anybody. I'm a one-man mopo. But, Oga, if you sack Peseiro, one, we're not going to qualify for the World Cup. Two, the Nations Cup, now group stage, they're going to knock us out. It's as simple as that. There is no other than him at 70. So when you bring in somebody else, you're going to be paying in between 80, 90, or 100,000. Do you have the money? Even if you sign a one-year contract, 12 months of 100,000 is $1.2 million. Do you have that? How much is FIFA going to give you in a year? How much is the Nations Cup going to give you for the Nations Cup? 500,000 or so to prepare. How much is the government going to give you? A government right now that is looking for money that is using 98% of its earnings to pay back debt to China. Are you really ready for what's coming your way? It's not going to work. As a matter of fact, you will hit a snag where you cannot go and play matches. Example, the game against Sierra Leone. A lot of people don't know this. The game against Sierra Leone in Liberia, we almost couldn't go. Unfortunately, we had to bank on people like Emefiele, who showed up and supported, helped to pay for hotel. And then, we got some of that support and put up the 300 million that airpiece. He used to charter that cover the charter flight for airpiece to go to Liberia, wait for the team and bring them back. We need to think. And I guess he found a way. He's a leader. It all rises and falls on leadership. He's a leader. That's not my credit. He had to, because some people you tell some people some things and they will not listen. So he had to find a way. Compromise is, if I go down to 50, the man might not take it. But if I go down to 50 and he doesn't take it, who am I going to get? Whoever is not a guy, Nigerians will kill you. Amonike, people are just singing Amonike song. It's not going to work. Finidi, it's not going to work. The thing is, the Super Eagles players right now, and not even the lock-up, buckle-up team. As bad as the 94 team, they were hungrier than this squad. This squad is not hungry. They're not united. They don't have a purpose. So you need to bring somebody who kind of seemingly have a respect. And nothing a black man respect than a white skin. So keep this man there. Whether you like it or not, the man is not bad on the result. Yeah. I don't know where you judge people on friendly matches. I've never seen anybody being judged on friendly matches. I only know that you judge people on competitive matches. And the competitive matches that he's been playing, he's done well. Yeah. So you can't. He came in after we didn't qualify for the World Cup. These qualifiers will qualify with a game to spare. Who scored the highest number of goals? He's produced the highest goal scorer in the qualifiers. What else do you really need from him? Rather, give him conditions to go forward on his renewal and see if he can meet it. The man from day one, the get-go, his first interview says his dream is to win the African Cup of Nations. And he's still on track for that one. So when people said, it's because he's not good, I took the pay cut. Well, Messi took pay cut. Was it because he wasn't good? What's it called? Gerard Piqué. A lot of players in Europe took pay cut. Does that mean that they were not good? Players have been taking pay cut. Coaches have been taking pay cut. Is Roma paying Jose Mourinho the money that he was earning at Man United or Chelsea? The answer is no. People take pay cut. So it's not a problem. You see the reality. You say, okay, this gives me a chance to be at the African Cup of Nations. It adds to my CV. I'm going to take this chance, go to the African Cup of Nations. I'm going to make some shifting, some reality check, and I'm going to make some sacrifice, and I'll go with them to the Nations Cup. Peradventure, I might also stay long and go to the World Cup. If you win the Nations Cup, you do not have the right to say fire him anymore. You renew his contract and keep him to play the qualifiers for the World Cup. That's exactly what happened. So the man has done his calculation and he said, okay, you know what? I will take your pay cut. If this is the temptation, if this is the bait, I'm going to outsmart you. It's like Nigeria and France. Okay, we're going to play the mind game. We're going to play chess here. I'm not going to throw punch. And he's won. So now it's up to him to build a team. Again, I like the fact that after that, this pool of players that they've invited for him now works well, because all he needs to do is to fix the midfield and then work on the defense. We don't have the best team. I'm not gambling or putting any bet on Nigeria to win the Nations Cup, but then we just might be lucky. Who knows?
All right. So just to put it out there, the old contract expired in June, and this new contract is going to run till at least until after the AFCON in February. So yeah, according to BBC, a top NFF official said that both the technical committee and the NFF board agreed that it actually makes sense to keep Pesero. We actually consider the fast approaching World Cup qualifiers, and this new deal expires at the end of the Nations Cup. There's a general feeling that the coach may also feel like he has some unfinished business with the team.
Obviously, he's got.
So, yeah.
I can qualify for the Nations Cup and then you bring somebody else to come and take my glory.
So yeah, Pesero stays, and the last game of the AFCON qualifiers is against Sao Tome, like I said, on Sunday. Then after that, we have the World Cup qualifiers to prosecute in November. We've been drawn alongside some tough positions, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Lesotho, some other good, decent African countries in a row as well, Benin Republic. So yeah, we're looking forward to that game against Sao Tome.
This is going to be the hardest World Cup qualifiers we've been, but at least we're taking the steps in the right direction already by keeping this coach. Now I'm having a little bit of faith that we can go through, but it's still going to be hard.
It's going to be hard. So finally, let's touch on this one. If I don't touch on it, somebody, because I forwarded your WhatsApp write-up about Sancho and all that. So,
okay.
So somebody said, Abion, I don't go talk about Sancho again. Make I hear with him, bros. Go talk. So let's end this with the whole Manchester United drama.
Okay, before you bring it, let's read some. Where did I stop? Jesus Christ, this guy is good. When you say good, they are good. Okay, I think it starts. Now hearts don't stone now. Okay, Easy Patrick say Okocha no watch Super 6 waiting, they worry that man self. DJ Lavama say Okocha na part of the problem. The SA League, so not be people when they there make them grow. We are always the ones that kill our own first. Very useless talk. He was in the opportunity to sell his own. He put us for got up. Easy Patrick say, what is he doing to help? Okay, Rajo Studio say Okocha with his irresponsible talk, throwing your people under the bus just to look good. The foreigner was highly disappointing. No be person like him from a man who has failed as FA chairman in Delta. Samuel Karimo say, bros, you get bad man to not let Okocha fight. If we go fight now, two things either bit now beat up. There are two things that happen for fight. As the party say, Samuel Karimo. Now our problem be that exactly waiting the stock at talk. We always fear to talk to correct people because we the fear say them go use their might. No, coach not get might to use against me. But would they honest? You not get might to use against me. You get where person this thing where they call might. So I don't take on people for this country. I took on a whole minister of education. Rakiat, you remember when I said she said Goodluck Jonathan government inherited the strike, so nobody should blame them. And I said she was stupid for saying it on a live radio. They recorded her. DSS got carry me go. You see, there's some part of people's story that we don't make noise about it because I don't want pity. I tell the woman to her face, I said, yes, I said, madam, that word, first off, I am a taxpayer. You are irresponsible to say that. You inherited money from the past government too. Did you not spend it? Why did you not wait? Make own money more than spend. Your government is voted into power to fix problems. I have people who are going to school, who are sitting at home for months, and you're telling me you inherited the problem, nobody should blame you. Why did you campaign to the president? If this country did on autopilot, everything go where you say we need the president. People said I shouldn't say that, they go shoot me. I'm still alive. That woman was removed from office. Abubakar. Abdullahi, the minister for transport that became minister of sports, the guy that formed the LMC, the first LMC. We had our Spats. Unukarabo, who became like my papa, we had nobody. Say, I fought him to stand still, say, go court. We fought. Men came into the conversation. See, when you are on your right, I will always fight for my country. I don't care what anybody says. I don't have to wear a military uniform. I will fight for my country. And sometimes it go bring bloody nose. Sometimes it go bring swollen faces. But we go fight. I'm not going to be able to guarantee anybody that I will not fight against any reckless talk about my country. I'm not go fit. I will not start a fight. I will not just wake up now and start a fight with you. But me, I will never back down from a fight. When I know side they right. The thing is, look at it carefully. You are entitled to your opinion. Yes, you are entitled to it. But you're not entitled to your stupidity. We'll go call you out. If you talk anyhow, we'll call you out. Countries like UK, countries like America, you know why they're good? People go call you out. They call out president for those countries. Not to talk of one layabat. I fight for institution. Obaseki, kneel down for my front, in front of ICPC. Say the moving train, nobody stop the move. I stop palm for the country. I be one layabat. Not everything person they talk. 1,146 petition. He came down. I don't need to be David Udoyin. Some things they fight over social media. There are proper channel where you fight it and you get result. When I tell you guys 4 years ago that I am going to fight for the separation of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, a lot of people said I was stupid. How do you do it? You don't belong to any political party. No, it never happened. Sometimes you don't. This fear of what they go do me. I put us where with this. So we're happy. We're not happy with our father for the nation they give us. You teach our children go, they're happy with us for the nation we will give them. This nation where they make our children now believe, say they must get high on drug, they must be naked on social media to be important. You say they go, they're happy with us. You know the kind of nation we give them. So we're giving them Afghanistan, we're giving them South Sudan. No, somebody's got to stand up and speak up against reckless talk and mumuness. If you not like me for somebody say, hey, that this thing you're doing, it will make people not to like. I don't know. Sometimes you just have a situation whereby people who are devils show up to give you a problem. But I mean, we would still continue and keep on moving. Well, having said all that, let's go back to the messages that I was reading. The line would just say Okocha goofed badly. He could have been more diplomatic. Rajo Studio says even the football Okocha played, he was a failure at club level, a very wasteful footballer, just dribble and inshallah. His stat shows how horrible his career was. A failed footballer, Nigeria made him. Mr. Patrick said this show go reach 12 p.m. No, we're not going to reach 12 p.m. No, I have a meeting. Collins, Arnold Chima, he said you always have an unpopular view, but I must say that you speak the truth and fact. It takes courage to be in that lane. I don't choose him a long time ago. I mean, what kind of, when I face Fanika, the people who are my friends, people who I know, when know me Richard, so were calling me, hey, you don't know, say now Yoruba brother, you can't do that.
Go far.
People that were my egbo that was looking up to, they turned their back on me. Somebody who already called me to work like a project with him. Because that's any time, I know that if you work with me. I said, so you are telling me that what Fani Kayode did to that journalist was good, right? That because I spoke up, you are not going to put me in a project that I legitimately will be able to do well. I just told him, I said, bros, now your loss. Now your loss. There's no magic about it. Because which threat I not receive. We'll shoot you. We know where you live. I'm phone call. Somebody will call me. Say, don't worry, I'm coming for you. I said, do. I still alive. I'm still alive. So this whole talk of fear. Forget him. As Patrick said this, okay, I don't think I've read that one. Rajo Studio says, sir, Osimhen need to start pad is he needs the game to improve on his impressive goal scoring record with the Eagles. I agree with you on that one, but I just feel because of cost, I'm just looking at cost. Okay, he heard you were precious. It's been a while. How have you been? He said, "Good morning, boss. Don't forget to constantly remind people to like your YouTube live. I don't talk tired. They will try today. Now 16 people. They're trying now. 16 like that's a very great one. You know, they hard for me to get that kind of number, so I'm happy." As Patrick said, this now why many need to do this show. It makes you lively with the back and forth conversation. In studio, say better insurance keeper is good for Super Eagles. I agree with you on that one. That boy was
somebody's
good.
already asking on the group. It's like the cutoff. He said if whether we don't finish show.
No, whenever I finish show, now
those listening,
evil spirit at that studio shut the stream that the audio stream that, so we're still on YouTube and Instagram. I don't understand what happened. Noah Ihorobe says, I like that name. After the breakdown by Elegbete on the Nigerian league now, my interest in the league has risen. I would try to watch most of Bendel Insurance games at home whenever I am chance. God bless you. See, bros, let me tell you, when this EPA that we love, if you get people with the stay UK, so don't take my word for it. Ask whether they fight almost every week for stadium. They'll tell you yes. But you see, those people who buy those jerseys, those people who pay for tickets, is the reason why the league is good. I went to Benin. Philip Shabon, my guy. I could just tell him, "Sir, bros, I need jersey." Now, one hand, he could give me Bendel insurance. I told him, I said, "No, bros, I want to buy. I also want to contribute to the ecosystem. I like people paying for the things that I do. When I start to sell merch, the Elegbota TV hoodie, t-shirt, and the rest, I'm not going to dash people. I want people to buy. I paid 20,000 naira to buy them. Almost every other club, as we talk, so Owu Sports, they do the live stream unveiling of the clubs where that they sponsor for the league. You know, you join their Instagram live just to support it. Now our own, we are 200 million people. Sometimes we just want to run away from this reality. We're 200 million people. Let's say Jackpot is the trend now. Let's even say 100 million people are able to Jackpot. The other 100 million still need an ecosystem to survive on. It is up to me and you to build that ecosystem. And to be very fair, look at majority of the people where they go abroad. They see they make the money, come back, one can build a house here, one can invest here. You know what? The love of country, they leave you. Your mama na cripple, na see your mama, na carry for belly, and I born you. Your papa na illiterate woman born me. My father is a professor, high-level educated person, but my mother na illiterate woman. But I learned a whole lot more from that woman than almost every other professor that I've met. You don't understand? So sometimes the country bad, yes. But if you look today, Nigeria, would you say Okocha have contributed to Nigeria more than Kole Shoname? More would you honest? Can you open your mouth and say that Okocha have contributed to Nigeria as a country than Kole Shoname? Shola is 36 years now, right? Can you beat your chest and say Okocha? And for those of you who think that Okocha owns Bet King, not being he's a brand ambassador. Can you say Okocha have contributed, have employed more people than Shola? Because that's contribution. That's contribution. Neymar is playing. He has an institution that employs over 250 people in Sao Paulo, 45 minutes drive away from Sao Paulo. I've been there. My friend Bayer, Nigerians don't go there, so this will not be ghost talk. He's still playing, he never retire. And there are a lot of people like that. Patrick Vieira only come from Senegal by birth, by family. He's a Frenchman. He's built an entire city in Senegal. Akon is more American than he is Senegalese. He's built an entire city in Senegal. What's it called? Sadio Mane. The village where from come, he urbanize them. Not be the same ball they play. Have you seen? Will you see Sadio Mane to talk that kind of nonsense about Senegal? You see him every time, everywhere he go, he's preaching about the good of Senegal. Can we not learn from the? Now only you want to learn from people. You not go learn from your mates, people like you who play the ball. So, have you ever seen Clarence Seedorf talking bad of Suriname? Is Suriname better than any country in the world? Is he not from Suriname? Yeah. Have you heard Patrick Kluivert, Edgar Davies, or Clarence Seedorf talk negative thing about Suriname? Wyclef comes from Haiti, one of the poorest countries in the world. Have you seen him use his music or do any interview talk negative about Haiti? Why be saying only we want to talk truth? Truth kill you there.
All right, we got to wrap up. I need to do the Ninja Players GPS. Chooks, were you waiting for the Sancho? I think we will have to keep this till tomorrow. We'll talk about Manchester United, the whole drama. we're next for Sancho and Ten Hag, who wins the battle. So yeah, we have to apologize for that. We've really spent time on the show today, and I don't know if you have anything else to say, but the Niger Players GPS show is
No,
coming up
Nigeria
next. Yeah.
Player GPS show comments. We've taken 26 minutes over the top of the hour, and I mean, it was fun.
been
It was
fun,
nice.
yeah.
I want to say massive thank you to everybody joining on the show. But just know that there'll be more of Emmanuel Sebastian on the show on a regular basis, and I'm sure all of us will enjoy it. Sorry for those guys who are streaming online and the break. It's technology, it's not me. It's technology. We wouldn't want that to happen, but this is happen. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Sebastian, and I hope that we'll continue to do our best to make everybody enjoy what we do. Sometimes the comments will not be like, I really want to come here and praise everybody, but if you do anyhow, you can say anyhow. You can work with until they flog devil. They use that to flog some church members. Jesus came to heal people, to save people. You not go church, go flog people. You want nights past Jesus. Nobody nights read Jesus. So now so the life just be.
Get entertained. There's nothing like listening to Elegbete TV radio. It's fun. Get entertained. There's nothing like listening to Elegbete TV radio. It's fun.
Something.